Welcome back with us. Joining us this weekend, Sherry Lowe, the Queen of Free. Always good to have you with us, Sherry.
Great to be here.
We're talking about New Year's resolutions still, but as this new study has shown us, a lot of people have actually given up already. By January 19th is the date. And you're giving us some tips on how to get back in the groove of things. It's okay if you maybe gave up on those tips, gave up on those resolutions. What are the tips for us this morning?
Well, let's just start with picking a 1 week goal. And I like to call these micro goals, but smaller goals inside of your greater aim that help build small habits that change your life. And so if you're like me and sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, let's just choose a goal for this week that helps aid that resolution that you set that you may have either fallen off completely or you're teetering on the edge right now. Maybe that's something like drinking more water this week or not eating at restaurants this week. Keep it very simple, very measurable, and only 7 days.
Awesome. We can do that. We can start small instead of thinking maybe the whole year. What's another tip you've got for us?
Well, this is a tip that I like to call before I log on. And I was speaking to a group this week on Zoom, and I was encouraging them before you open an app or log on to a website or check your email every day, it's a smart idea to check into your bank account or your financial accounts. And I figured since I was doling out that advice, maybe I should take it myself this week. And I did it, and it made such a huge difference. So choose an objective that is a before you log on objective that is basically giving you permission to get started in the day in those other areas and get it done.
Awesome. I love this next tip, to find somebody to share the journey with. That's a good one.
I think this is so powerful because we're more successful when we have other people on the same journey with us. And so it can be someone you know, obviously, but it also can be as easy as looking for some Facebook groups online that help you in your journey ahead. And I did this myself as I got more involved with the Peloton app we talked about a few weeks ago, even though I don't have a real Peloton. And being in some of those groups just reminds me that other people are also working out. And so then I am more apt to do the same. So whatever your goal is, find a group of people that can encourage you.
And you said that you should create something called an I love list. What exactly is that?
Well, I think sometimes resolution and making wiser choices and habits can feel like drudgery. And so if we can narrow in and really find what it is that you love about what either the result is going to be or just your present state of being, maybe if you're trying to spend less money, you realize, I love my coffee made at home, or I love this particular dish that I cook, and then focus in on those things that you love in order to kind of fuel your efforts forward.
And then that kind of helps us with this next tip, that you want to be thinking of the end game, kind of the end goal that's in mind.
Yeah, this is huge for us when we were paying off debt. In about 6 months from the end game, I began to plan a vacation for us. And that was just so motivating that if I felt discouraged or overwhelmed, I just kind of sat down with my computer and began to look at that in-game reward and really do some good research so we could save money, but also just to dream a little bit. So choose a reward for whatever your end game is, whatever your goal is, and begin to kind of narrow down what you will do and of course, ways to save money on it too. But focus on that end, crossing the finish line moment.
Awesome. These are such great tips that really make our resolutions seem more doable and maybe getting back on track if you maybe fell off the wagon already this year. I want to thank you, as always, for being here with us.
It's great to be here.
And we'll be right back. You can check out these tips actually on Queen of Free and also at WTHR.com.